Hi guys, it's Marianne, the Frugal Chef. I hope you're doing super well today. If you haven't something to do so, thank you. All you gotta do is click right here. This lovely girl is my daughter-in-law, Susie. Hi Susie.
Hi Marianne. Hi everybody.
Susie is a sommelier, which means she knows about wines, which I don't, which is awesome because now she's gonna give us a little guide on how to pair wines for any time of the year, but especially for the holidays.
Yes. So today I'm gonna just give you a quick and dirty little guide on what wines to always have in your fridge, especially during the holidays.
And guys, we're not going to talk about any brands in particular. We're not, selling wines here. We just want to give you an idea of what goes with what. And so Susie's going to tell us what kind of wine it is, and that's it. You guys buy whatever brand you like. Okay,
yep.
Susie.
So most of these wines, we chose very classic, typical wines that you can find at any retail store. You won't have any trouble going to any supermarket or wine store and get these wines.
So, Susie, what would you serve for an appetizer? Say a soup or, I don't know, you give me ideas.
I would always recommend to start with bubbles. Everybody loves bubbles and puts everybody in a good mood. It goes great with soups, it goes great with smoked salmon, oysters, even chicken. It's very versatile and it's also fun. It's something that you don't even need food to actually start drinking. Bubbles.
And you can find cheap bubbles, right? I mean, they don't have to be super expensive.
No, you don't have to buy the most expensive. It really ranges from $9 all the way to thousands of dollars.
Okay.
You can find bubbles on any supermarket.
Right.
So it's very easy. However, I would recommend to get something made out of Chardonnay, which is a very rich and flavorful grape. So it adds a lot to the food.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, so that's, the appetizer. Let's start with the most traditional stuff for, let's say, Thanksgiving and Christmas. How about turkey? What would you serve with a turkey?
Turkey, Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. Really? See, I always thought white meat, white wine.
You can actually
I have no idea.
Turkey is not a very rich meat, so it can also be drunk with white wine. However, Pinot Noir goes perfectly. Pinot Noir is a very light and flavorful grape that actually combines perfectly. It's very, let's say, that it actually doesn't take over the taste of the meat.
It doesn't overwhelm the taste of the meat.
And it goes great with a cranberry sauce or anything that you want to do. But however, a lot of these, when you're cooking turkey for the holidays, you'll use a lot of gravy and sauces are made out of meat and they're a little bit more
they're stronger in flavor, yeah.
So I would recommend Pinot Noir and doesn't have much tannins.
Pinot Noir, that's awesome. How about if I decide, okay, I'm gonna serve ham or turkey and ham.
And for pork, I would recommend a good oaky Chardonnay. So Chardonnay, a California Chardonnay, the typical wine that it's actually called cougar juice. It's very oaky.
Cougar juice. Did you get that, guys? It's called cougar juice. Okay.
I know it's very rich and buttery. It has almost that I don't know, movie popcorn taste.
Oh.
So it actually cuts down the fat of the ham or any if you're cooking pork or anything. It's really rich. It balances very well with the pork.
Really? What? So you recommend California Chardonnay then? That's it.
Yeah. And make sure it's oaky.
Okay, oaky. Okay, so what about, we said ham, we said turkey. What if I want to serve a prime rib?
Prime rib? Always Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes. Cabernet Sauvignon is probably the best wine to drink with meat. You also can have you can also drink Malbec or maybe Barolo, but I would recommend everybody loves Cabernet Sauvignon and everybody knows it, so your guests will feel more comfortable drinking that.
But what is the difference between this and a Merlot?
The Merlot? So a Cabernet Sauvignon is actually much stronger. It has more body, and when you drink a wine, sometimes you get that feeling of dryness in your mouth. That's actually called tannins, and that actually helps with the fat of the meat. So if you get a very greasy, not greasy, but fatty meat, you have a nice prime rib, a juicy. This is gonna help actually cut it down and make it just balance. It's all about balance between food and wine.
Okay,
so,
that's great.
The wine that we're actually drinking is a Syrah.
Oh yeah.
Syrah goes great with lamb. So one of the best ways to know like what to pair with what is like think, okay, lamb, where do they eat lamb? Australia, for example. What do they grow in Australia? Syrah. So Syrah goes great. Usually that's how like pairing goes. So Syrah with...
So that's a nice little tip. I mean, you guys all know, or some of you know, I live in Vanuatu, which is close to Australia. We have all kinds of good Syrahs there. Very nice, yeah.
Nice.
From New Zealand and Australia.
Goes great with a nice roasted rack of lamb.
Now I'm hungry. Now we gotta cook all these things. Okay, so desserts, I guess, huh? After that?
For desserts, actually, like, let me see. Sorry guys, I have something very special here. For dessert, always go with sweet wines. There are like many options like for sweet wines. You can do Moscato d'Asti, that's a very popular Italian wine, and it's very cheap usually. You can find like a very nice bottle for, I don't know, like less than $15, and it's like very good. So if it's sweet, go with a sweet wine. Do not try like an acidic wine or anything because it's gonna taste, it's gonna like ruin the taste of the dessert.
That's very interesting. What, you have one more white wine here? Oh, Pinot.
So yes, so we have another one. This is a crowd pleaser. Everybody loves Pinot Grigio. This is great for seafood. It's very acidic, very fresh and crisp. So it goes great with any seafood.
Pinot Grigio. So, how do you normally serve your white wines versus your red wines, temperature-wise?
Temperature-wise, for white wines and sparkling wine, I would always recommend like chill. Not like super cold, but chill.
By the way, Bubbles, Bubbles is sparkling wine, right? We know that. So
exactly.
Champagne or
yeah,
champagne French. But
sweet wines and sparkling wine and white wine, chill. It has to come from the fridge. It doesn't have to be like super cold, almost frozen. Like I know a lot of people like that, but it's otherwise you won't be able to taste all the flavors.
Okay.
And then for red wine, just room temperature.
Room temperature. See, when I was a little girl, I used to watch my dad put it on the stove and get it a little warm. So he was ruining the wine.
No. And for you you live in Vanuatu, it's very hot. For white wine, you can also add, I don't know, a lot of people don't like to do that, but it helps. You can add like a couple of ice glasses.
Oh, ice cubes.
Ice cubes. Sorry, ice cubes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so
to maintain it.
So let's say you're in a house where not all the wine is done. You got leftover wine. What's that, right? Okay, how do you store it? How would you recommend storing a leftover wine?
Put the cork back and put it on the fridge.
Okay, it's lying or standing?
Standing.
Standing.
Otherwise, you have the risk that the wine is gonna like fall down. So
standing. Leak out. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So always standing, and you should drink it within.
If it's in the fridge, within 5 days.
5 days, awesome.
If you leave it outside, 2 days. Otherwise, it's gonna taste like vinegar.
Well,
it just like changes completely.
Right, and if you leave it outside, you forgot it. We have a lot of recipes on, that you can use for cooking. Thank you, Susie. Anything else? Like, would you serve a wine with coffee? No, right?
No, usually no. Wine is made for food, and even like wine by itself is not the same. They actually you have to find a way you have to find those tastes that complement each other. For example, with a very creamy sauce, what do you think will go well? Like maybe something acidic, right? That actually cut that fat.
Okay.
Something like that to balance. It can actually complement each other, or just balance. So fat tannins, acidity with butterness, with
awesome. This is great. So if you're gonna have a typical, let's say, Thanksgiving dinner, you're gonna have your turkey, you're gonna have your ham. So let's recap. Let's see if we learned here. We're going to have a
oaky Chardonnay.
Oaky Chardonnay for the ham.
For the pork. Yes.
Yes. And then a Pinot Noir. Yes. For the turkey.
Pinot Noir goes great with turkey.
The turkey. This is great, guys. I hope this helps you. It certainly is helping me, and yeah, we have a lot of new holiday season videos coming up, so just stay tuned. Thank you, Susie.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me, Marianne.
Salud.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.